Now to a WBRE special report. On the road of life, many people only hope to find that special someone to share their world with. But for an out-of-town couple, their relationship is more than just love. It's a true testament of fate. WBRE's Candace Grossclass joins us now with more on this incredible story. Candace.
Yeah, this is one of the best love stories I've heard in a long time. Two strangers who met online as adults but quickly realized their lives actually began together about 40 years ago when they were babies. And the similarities don't stop there. It's a true tale of fate, fondness, and now family. In today's electronic age, you can find just about anything on the internet. A new home, a vacation, or even a soulmate.
You know what? That's it. I love the way she loves me.
That's what happened to Joe and Mary Chipcar. The two met online, but their connection reaches far beyond the World Wide Web. Their relationship began before the two could even speak at an orphanage in Scranton.
It had to be fate because there are so many things that just shouldn't be.
A few years ago, after an unsuccessful marriage, Joe joined an online dating service. He tried it for a while and then quit.
I went back to check to make sure it was closed out the next day, and there was one email.
And then he had to join back up to reply.
And I said, well, you call me if you're not chicken. And then 2 weeks later, the phone rang, and we ended up on the phone for like 2 hours.
It just flowed. I don't think there was a minute of silence. And it was just, from that point on, he was just so easy to get along with.
But it didn't stop there. Before their first phone conversation ended, Mary asked Joe one more question.
Before we hung up, she said something about my nationality. I said, well, I'm Italian and Polish. And I said my whatever name, for the birth name and everything. And I said, but I was adopted.
I said, oh my gosh, so was I. And he said his biological family was from the Pittston area, and I said, oh my gosh, so was mine.
And she said she was born in St. Joseph's Orphanage in '64, and I said, so was I.
It was just unbelievable, you know, that we were both there in '64, and that was our beginning, and it was just an instant bond.
A bond that is not biological. Mary is about 6 months older than Joe, and until that day had no idea they shared the same nursery as infants. Mary and Joseph had been living separate lives.
They used to call her Smiley in the orphanage. I said, you know why they called you Smiley? I said, because I was the crib right next to you.
Now, 40 years later, Joe still makes Mary smile. After they were reintroduced, the two became fast friends and eventually more. About a year ago, Joseph asked Mary to be his wife.
He's a man of few words. But when he proposed, he had a lot of words. It was amazing.
I, Mary, take you, Joseph.
I, Mary, take you, Joseph.
April 8th, 2006, the couple got married in Citrus County, Florida, near Joe's adoptive parents, in a ceremony that was as unique as their love.
May Mary and Joseph have a long and rich life together in their marriage.
Surrounded by family and friends, the two say, I do, ready to make a new life together. And now, after nearly 4 decades, this part of their life comes full circle as Joe and Mary return to where it all began, the Scranton orphanage that is now the St. Joseph's Center.
It's just kind of weird, seeing where you started from and where we ended up.
Separated as adopted infants and reunited as husband and wife. A twist of fate helped Joseph and Mary on their long journey back together and what has become a true love story.
This is just the beginning of the next chapter, the new adventure.
There's fate. There's something more to, and I think there's more to come. Because I don't think this is just it.
Now, the Chipcars both have children from previous marriages, but they kid around saying if they were to actually have a child together, Mary and Joseph would call the child Jesus. Of course, they're only joking. Candace Grossclass, WBRE News.
You could not write a script to that, and if you read the script, you'd say it's too unbelievable, it can't happen.